Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're doing the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA. I did my top 10 point guards in the league 2 days ago, so if you missed that one, you can go back and watch that. But today, we are doing shooting guards, top 10 two guards. It was very tough to make this list. A lot of great shooting guards in this league, so I'm very excited to make this. Thank you guys for using our videos in the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications to all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. And don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. Now I'm going to start this just like I did the last video. A little disclaimer. These are my own personal opinions on my own top 10 shooting guards. If you disagree with anything, that's okay. We're all, have our own opinions on who's better, who's not. So yeah, these are just my personal top 10 shooting guards. If you have any different, that's fine. Let me know about them. And let's get it right in it. With number 10, I have DeJounte Murray from the Atlanta Hawks. Murray, last year's first year in Atlanta, played in 74 games. He averaged 20.5 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1.5 steals, while shooting 46% from the field, 34% from three. Now the Hawks, kind of said similarly with Trae Young, they had a pretty disappointing season last season. DeJounte was a big acquisition for Atlanta, and he was still pretty solid. I saw a lot of good things. He played the most games he had since 2018, playing 74 games, even though his statistics went down from last year when he was an all-star in San Antonio, which makes sense because now he's on a better team with Trae Young. He's going to have to share the ball with him a lot more, but he still got his own. Still scoring well, still find a way to facilitate. Three-point shooting got a lot better. He took the most amount of threes he had in his career and shot better than he did the last 2 years, shot 34%. Got more comfortable there. And defensively is a big reason why they made this list as well. An all-defensive type of guy. Just one of the better guard defenders in the league, which is a big reason why I made the list. The two-way ability is amazing. But DeJounte's really good. I'm very interested to see how him and Trae Young work out together this year. He also just got a big contract extension. DeJounte, he's really good on both ends of the ball. That's why I got him at number 10. At number 9, I have Tyler Herro of the Miami Heat. Last season, he played in 67 games, averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, while shooting 44% from the field, 37% from three, and led the league, shooting 93% from the free throw line. But Herro, even though he did miss basically all the playoff run, he only played in one game, game one. He was really missed from Miami. Of course, they still made it all the way to the finals, but his offensive creation and what he brings to that team, especially with a Miami Heat team that doesn't have a lot of guys that can do what Herro does, where he can go get a bucket when he needs to, is big for Miami. Obviously, he's a big part of that team. He's still there in Miami, didn't get traded, and I'm expecting a big bounce back year from Tyler Herro. I feel like a lot of people, especially after this whole Dame trade saga and seeing how the Heat made to the finals without him, kind of people forgetting who Tyler Herro is, kind of disrespecting him a little bit. But Tyler Herro is a really good player, man. He can go get a bucket whenever he needs to. Really confident and scoring from all three levels, and he's got a lot better playmaking a little bit as well. Of course, the defense is a big thing that he needs to get better on, especially with the team he's playing for, though. He doesn't really need to be all defensive player. He just needs to be okay. You know what I mean? Even though people are still going to hunt him out because he plays with Miami, he plays with a lot of really, really good defenders around him. But Herro is still really good. Again, we kind of forget about how good Tyler Herro was. But and especially he's a starter now. So a lot more put on his plate for this year, and I'm expecting a bounce back year. Well, not even bounce back. I'm expecting Tyler Herro to shut a lot of people up this season. At number 8, I have Tyrese Maxey. Maxey last year played in 60 games with Philly, averaged 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3.5 assists, shooting 48% from the field and 43% from three. Man, the development and growth of Tyrese Maxey year to year has been outstanding. Coming in as a late first-round pick in 2020 and having some good moments, and then 2022 he improved a whole lot, got a really lot better, and then last year he got even better. Kind of became more of a six-man near the end of the season, but he's just so big for this 76ers team, and especially with kind of the doubt of how long James Harden is going to be there for. It looks like James Harden is going to play for the Sixers now because he showed up to training camp and all that stuff, but Tyrese is still going to have to grow a lot more and be a big part of the Sixers team. They want to do what they want to do, especially with how great the East has gotten this offseason. Tyrese Maxey is going to have another jump and growth, but I can't really not expect it from him because every year he's grown a lot more. But yeah, he's just been so fun to watch. The speed, the way he can get his shot up, his 3-point shooting is amazing. He's so good. He's so important, and probably gonna be the future of that Sixers team. At number 7, I have Desmond Bane. Last year, he played in 58 games for the Grizzlies and averaged 21.5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal, while shooting 48% from the field and 40% from 3. He's another guy that he was the last pick of the first round a few years ago by the Grizzlies. His rookie year, he showed a lot of different things, shooting the ball and stuff. And then 2022, he had a big jump. Probably could have been a Most Improved Player of the Year award winner. Make it big. And then last year, he took an even bigger jump, kind of having the ball more in his hands, creating a lot more for himself and for others a little bit. And now, without John Morant for the first 25 games, I'm expecting Desmond Bane to have another good year. And honestly, wouldn't be surprised if Bane is in All-Star considerations, depending on how he does next year. The first few games without Ja, he's going to have to be kind of the leader in scoring and stuff like that over there in Memphis. But he's also a great 2 option when Ja comes back, because his shooting ability is amazing. I mean, he shot 40% from the 3 every year he's been in the NBA. Last year was his career low in shooting 3s, and he shot 40% still. So that's crazy. But then also creating for himself and getting buckets, and then defensively he's very solid as well. But yeah, I'm expecting good things from Desmond Bane next year, and I won't be surprised if he's in All-Star considerations. At number 6, I have Zach LaVine. LaVine last year played in 77 games, averaged 24 points a game with 4 rebounds and 4 assists, while shooting 48% from the field and 37% from 3. Even though the Bulls are not a great team and they're kind of in this weird mold, we don't know where they're really going to end up this season, the one consistent good thing has been Zach LaVine. Even though he got off to not a great start last year, he finished on a pretty good note, and I feel like kind of the same people have forgotten about Zach LaVine, how great he is, just because, he does play in Chicago, where even though it's a big market, their team is not that good. But Zach LaVine is an amazing player, so efficient, so smooth, getting to the rim, finishing, scoring on all 3 levels, lights out from 3. From the mid-range, he's pretty good. Defensively, he's solid as well. He can have the ball in his hand. Zach LaVine is such a good player, and I don't know how much longer he's going to be in Chicago, but if he does get traded, because there's some rumors and stuff about potentially him leaving, wherever he goes, he's going to make a team a whole lot better, because again, he's such a great player. At number 5, I have Anthony Edwards. Edwards last year playing 79 games, averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal, while shooting 46% from the field and 37% from 3. Made his first All-Star team, and big things are coming for Anthony Edwards. I feel like everybody in the NBA, it's not a secret anymore that Anthony Edwards is going to be a superstar in this league eventually. He's got all the makings of becoming that. Last year, even though he didn't get off to a great start that we all expected him to, he kind of, ramped it up even more and more, made the All-Star team. And the Timberwolves are going to be a pretty solid team again this year, so he's probably going to be in there again. Over in Team USA in the FIBA World Cup this year, he got even better. And yeah, people are expecting big things from Anthony Edwards. I'm expecting big things from Anthony Edwards, and he's still only just 22 years old, man. The sky is really the limit for what he can do. He legitimately can be a top 5 player in the league at some point in his career. That's how great Anthony Edwards can be and how good he is already right now. So yeah, he's number 5 right now on this list, but I will not be surprised if in another year or 2 he's top 3, maybe even competing for number 1. At number 4, I have Kyrie Irving. Irving last year, now he was a point guard for Brooklyn, but of course in Dallas he's a 2 guard. He played in 20 games with Dallas last year as a 2 guard and averaged 27, 5, and 6 with a steal, while shooting 51% from the field and 39% from 3. Made the All-Star team last year. Re-signed in Dallas this offseason, and even though he's a little bit older, and a lot of off-court stuff kind of diminishes, I feel like a lot of people's perspective and imaging and stuff of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie, we all know he's one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. He's just a guy that you can't really leave him alone on an island, because he will cook. He's an automatic bucket getter. He score from any way possible, any way you want him to, he can do it. I'm very interested to see how him and Luka work now with a full season this year they're going to get under their belt, and he's going to be a big part of Dallas' success, obviously, because even though he's 31 years old, Kyrie, you still don't want to mess with him. At number 3, I have Donovan Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell last year, 68 games with the Cavs. He averaged 28 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.5 steals, while shooting 48% from the field, 38% from 3. Just had a ridiculous season last year. You know, first year in Cleveland, really just got better somehow. Got better. He had a 71-point game in there. He made All-NBA, made the All-Star team, had a 71-point game, led the Cavs to a top 4 seed in the East. I mean, insane what he can do. You know, as a smaller 2-guard, has the ball in his hands a lot, can score from all 3 levels, get to the rim and score. Mid-range, the 3-ball is nice. Defensively, he's solid. You know, yeah, he's amazing, man. He's a star, really, and I'm very excited to see what the future for him and the Cavaliers holds because of his contract extension coming up very soon. He's already said he's gonna wait until after the year to see what happens with it. So I'm interested to see how that goes. At number 2, I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Last year in 68 games with the Thunder, he averaged 31 points, 4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists with a steal and a block, shooting 51% from the field, 34% from 3. Shai had just ridiculous, absolutely insane season last year. I mean, he could not be stopped in any way possible. Made the All-Star team, made All-NBA first team. I mean, 31 points per game, 31, 5, and 5 with a steal and a block on 51% shooting. That's nuts. That is nuts. Looking at the stats, and then just he's becoming a star in his own right. You know, he's been so good in OKC for so long, but now he's finally, you know, getting the recognition he deserves. OKC looks like a young, up-and-coming, good team in a couple years, and he's really the centerpiece of it. And he's still 25 years old, still has so much more to do. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Shai. But yeah, the guy, he's just so smooth. One of my favorite games to watch, you know, because he's not athletic or crazy fast or anything like that, but he just knows how to get a bucket. You know what I mean? And at number 1, the best shooting guard in the NBA, we have Devin Booker. Booker played in 53 games last year with the Suns. He averaged 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists with the steal, while shooting 49% from the field and 35% from 3, man. D-Book had a career year last year in scoring-wise. Didn't make the All-Star team. That's only because he missed a lot of the first half of the season with injury. But we know who Devin Booker, we know what he's about. You know? He's become a star in his own right. On a team with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, he's in the number 1. You know, Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal came to Phoenix to play with Booker, not take over, like to play with Devin Booker. That should say a whole lot. You know, he's just, again, one of those guys that you can't really do much wrong on the court. You know, and then even in the playoffs, he was ridiculous. In the playoffs, he averaged 33 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal. He shot 58% from the field and 50% from 3. 33 points and 7 assists on 58% shooting and 50% from 3. He took 22 shots a game. 22 shots per game and shot 58% from the field. That's Shaq number. Like, that is ridiculous. That is actually, like, unheard of numbers for a shooting guard. Like, he's just phenomenal. Great player. Number 1 shooting guard in the league, in my opinion. And I can't wait to see how this new Big 3 in Phoenix works with him, KD, and Bradley Beal. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. A couple names I got, cut off the list, just cracked outside the top 10 that were in consideration. Klay Thompson, Jalen Green, and CJ McCollum were 3 guys that were in my consideration, but unfortunately did not make the list, but still great players in their own right. And yeah, if you do like content around here, consider subscribing, turn notifications to all stuff like that. We appreciate it, realize that a lot. And also, if you're still watching this video, I have a little bit of announcement maybe for some of you guys. So as of last night, I have a new channel. Me and my best friend, we've been talking about this for a little while. We finally did it. We started our own channel. Nothing sports related at all. It's about the first episode, if you guys watch Dragon Ball Z, we did a Dragon Ball Z character tier list ranking, and we're gonna do a lot more videos like that. Anime, gaming, all this, just having fun. Two of us having fun. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description, and also make a community post about it after this video goes up. And yeah, if you guys are interested in that and want to see me more comfortable not talking about basketball, just me being stupid in my own right, I would appreciate if you guys go over, watch, and subscribe to it. We just started it literally last night, called Ultra Amigos. And yeah, I really appreciate if you guys go over and, take a look. It'd be really appreciated. But yeah, if you do the content, consider subscribing around here, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. We'll be back on Sunday for our small forwards. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow or later, actually.